Okay, so as I was saying, um, this Johnny Jackson had said that he walked in on Michael and a relative who was a man, and that they appeared aroused. Now that is a very sensational claim, and you know, whether that's true or not, again, it's another story that's just seems to be out in the ether, thrown out into the abyss with Michael, and we don't know if it's true or not. There are also rumors that LaToya Jackson, when she wrote her autobiography, there were rumors that she was going to expose the fact that Michael had been sexually abused as a child, and he got wind of this, allegedly, and asked her not to print that, and that he would pay her money not to print that. I find that difficult to believe, but again, it's another rumor sort of out in the ether about Michael. And I certainly hope none of that is true, because that's terrible to think of any child going through that. But again, who knows? So, as we move on, Michael didn't really appear to have as many girlfriends as his brothers did. He didn't really seem to be overly interested in girls as a youngster, in the sense that he didn't seem to be as exploitative of women as, say, his brothers were. Now, his brothers on the road were sort of very sexually active, shall we say, and Michael was, of course, very young, and he witnessed a lot of things that probably young boys shouldn't. And so, what sort of effect that had on him is difficult to say, but I think he became very aware of inappropriate sexuality. And he once said that he sort of vowed to himself that he would never do that. Sleep around with groupies and such, and he would witness his father doing that sort of behavior, and it would just sort of make him sick. He just did not like that. He would see his own father committing adultery, and he was very protective of his mother, and I think that probably affected him. He seemed to be someone who was very ambitious, and he seemed to focus mostly on his career as he got older. Off the Wall was it wasn't his first solo album, but it was his first sort of smash hit album as an adult. And it really signaled to the world that he was gonna be big stuff. Many people, when I was reading, actually regard it as his best work, the Off the Wall album, in that it is the most consistent and coherent sort of thematic album of his. And Some even rate it higher than Thriller, which is really saying something. I'm not sure what he thought of it. I'm sure he was very proud of it. He knew it had done well. But he wasn't recognized, really, for it. The Grammys sort of snubbed him. I think he got one award, which was, sort of like an R&B soul award. So he got, like, one Grammy for it. And he sort of interpreted that as, sort of keeping him pegged as a black artist, and he said that he wanted his next album to be noticed, and it certainly would be. So there he is as a baby. That's really cute, and a child. Okay, so there's a picture of Billie Jean. So, this was a little guy that was really performing, right from jump. And that really is a strange fate for a kid. I mean, who else can relate to that? Who can relate to being 9, 10, 11 years old and making more money than your father? Which really brings me to the next point, that he had a very strange relationship with his father. He did not like his father very much, and his father was said to be quite a cruel man, as many people know. That's him with one of his brothers. Paul McCartney. I just sort of want to focus on a picture. He was quite close to Diana Ross. And again, that's someone that, people speculate whether they had, I didn't realize this, but many people speculate whether they were romantically linked. I had never heard that. She seems quite a bit older than him, so that seems sort of an odd suggestion, really. For the Oscar the Grouch.